Imagine waking up tomorrow and the world has gone completely numb. It's not a zombie apocalypse, but everyone is completely indifferent. No one smiles at their own child. There is no genuine connection between you and your partner, and no one cares enough to help a stranger who is asking for direction. Will you actually survive in a world like this? Science has actually conducted a real-world experiment on this, and the results were terrifying. In the mid-20th century, researchers studied infants raised in post-war orphanages. These babies were given clean facilities, plenty of food, and proper medical care, but the staff was overwhelmed, leaving the infants to themselves, and they were rarely held or shown affection to. The result was a devastating condition called maternal deprivation syndrome. In simple terms, it is the set of problems that can arise when a child does not receive sufficient emotional care, affection, and attention during critical stages of its development. Despite having perfect physical nutrition, many of these infants stop growing. Their bodies refuse to release proper growth hormones, their immune systems collapse, and shockingly, a high percentage of them tragically passed away. They had food to eat and air to breathe, but they died from a lack of human touch and love. This experiment proved that love is not just an abstract, overrated concept. But what is love? If we look back to ancient stories of our origin, love is almost always the starting point. In theological traditions, God first created a man and then he created a woman, because the very design of humanity is rooted in connection, companionship, and at its core is love. The ancient Greeks didn't view love as just one single overwhelming feeling. They broke it into 4 different types. Eros, which stands for passionate or romantic love. Philia, the deep bond of friendship. Storge, the instinctual love within a family. And Agape, which can be interpreted as universal love for humanity. Plato saw love as a powerful force that drives us to seek our other half, to feel whole, while Arthur Schopenhauer looked at it more as a biological trick to ensure the survival of the species. Whether viewed as a divine gift or a psychological driven force, love has always been the architect behind every community ever built. We form tribes because of Philia and Storge. We build cities to protect the people we cherish, and we created law to ensure our families could grow in peace. But where does love come from? For centuries, poets often claim that love lives in the heart. When you see someone you like, your chest thumps, your pulse races, and it genuinely feels like your heart is making the decisions. But love doesn't start in the chest, it starts in the brain. When you look at someone you love, what actually happens is that a specific region of your brain, called the ventral tegmental area, lights up like a firework, and it releases a mixture of 3 chemicals: dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, and they create a profound physical connection. The same goes with a mother and her child in the womb. During pregnancy or breastfeeding, oxytocin levels skyrocket in both the mother and the baby. This hormonal loop ensures that the mother will endure sleep deprivation, pain, or even extreme stress just to keep that child safe. The same applies in the animal kingdom. For example, a mother bear defending her cub. Animals perceive and express a powerful version of instinctual love for their little ones that directly mirrors human parental love. Let's play out the ultimate scenario. What if humanity existed from the start, but we suddenly wiped out all love today? A father working a double shift to pay for his daughter's book, a stranger pulling someone away from a speeding car, a scientist spending decades in a lonely lab to find a cure for a disease affecting people they will never meet. If we eliminate love from humanity, all this will never happen. Genuine love will disappear, leaving behind complete apathy. Today, world might feel like hatred is winning. The news is filled with conflict, division, and greed. But the very fact that humanity is still standing despite all this bad news proves that hatred is loud, but love is louder. It's the millions of unnoticed acts of care happening every single second that keep the world spinning. If love disappeared entirely, humanity would not survive more than a single generation, because the cycle of life will stop. No one will put in the immense effort to raise a kid. No one will care about the future of the planet, because they will not love anyone who will inherit it. And the contrary of love, indifference, will take over. And a world of total indifference will see our birth rates drop to 0, our medical system collapse, and our societies crumble into absolute isolation. Humanity could literally cease to exist. Love is the origin of humanity, the glue of our civilization, and the spark that keeps our species alive. We cannot live without it, because love is, without question, the most powerful feeling in the universe.